I finally got the flashiest figure of them all, Tengen. Now let's pose him. Okay, why can't the arm stay up? Let's first try to move the head. Well, that's not ideal. What about the... Oh my god, what is happening? Yeah, let's get into the review. What's up, people of the internet? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm reviewing a figure that a friend has asked me to review for a very long time. This is the Bandai Ultimate Legends Tengen. So let's get right into the review. So the box I don't have because it's a window box, and when I opened it, I got this guy for Christmas, so when I opened it, it got immediately destroyed because of the window, so I didn't feel the need to keep it. But here's a picture, and yeah, I actually really like the packaging on the Demon Slayer line for the Bandai Ultimate Legend series. And yeah, it has a nice picture of Tengen and some nice patterns. Now, on to the main event, the figure itself. So, this is how Tengen looks. Let me... Okay, no, I won't spoil anything. So, Tengen looks pretty good. The only thing I don't really like is the face. It's a bit too monotone and, like, not alive. It should have been a smile, because Tengen is rarely this serious. But either way, he looks pretty nice. Another problem is that you can clearly see the holes here for one of his accessories. But besides that, there isn't any problem with the paint. And the swords here look really nice. And yeah, here the head also is really good. Let me zoom in with the shiny paint. And yeah, now let's go on to accessories. So for accessories, Tengen here comes with two sets of hands. We've got the gripping hands, of course, for his swords, which he also comes with, which actually have a real chain, which is really good. He also has a pair of fists, which is interesting because every Ultimate Legends figure that isn't a Demon Slayer figure doesn't come with that much accessories. And also he comes with his sheaths in a scabbard, which are why the pegs are here, but the pegs themselves are not deep enough, so when you put it and you try to move around, it falls off really easily, so these holes aren't even that good. They could have done the engineering a bit better, but this figure cost $15, so it's not $16, so it's not that big of a problem. What is a problem is what we'll talk about now, the articulation. So I know I shouldn't have expected that much, but I expected this to be a better version of the Anime Heroes figures, but it has better articulation, but awful quality control. And in some places, some really stupid design choices. So, Anime Heroes figures and this line have now taught me that Bandai Namco, not Tamashii Nations, but Bandai Namco does not know how to do head articulation. Because this is how much it looks up. This is how much it looks down. It has a double ball joint, but it's put in a really weird way. It's put in the chin for some reason, and the neck looks horrible. Why are there these two things? It obstructs everything. And I haven't shown you the side-to-side tilt. Here it is. This is the first figure that has troubles looking to the side. The head is basically useless, it can only shift around. This is one of my main problems with it. The arms are also incredibly loose. This is awful. But yeah, they can go... They should be able to go 90 degrees, but they fall off. They try to do the Buzzmod design, but for some reason the ball joint is really loose. We also have a bicep swivel, which is really well hidden, single jointed elbows, a wrist hinge and swivel. The butterfly joints are something I really like. Oh yeah, also the wrists, at least this one, really likes to fall off for some reason, really easily. The butterfly joints actually get some kind of range, like you can barely cross them, but that's it. The waist is something I expected a bit more of. It can go back pretty well, but front, not really. At least it can swivel because of the waist, and the diaphragm is basically useless. Legs kick up forward 90 degrees, back actually kick a bit, even though it has the sculpted butt. We've got the splits, thigh swivel, single jointed knees, which have this really weird 90-degree angle in the joint. We've got a ankle hinge, here ankle swivel, there is a little bit of a pivot, and also here is a little bit of a shifting in the boot. So overall, not that good articulation. If they could have implemented some joints from the anime heroes to this line, it would be so much better. And also, another problem with this line is something I'll talk about right now in the size comparison. This line, for some reason, isn't a 6-inch line, isn't a 1/18 scale line, so 3 3/4 inch line, isn't a 1/10 scale line. It's a 5-inch line, so it won't scale with basically anything. The only figure I think it will scale with is my Link, but even that I think is more 6-inch because Link is pretty short, at least I think. Anyway, here is him next to Link. Of course, here is him next to an actual pretty decent, actually really good Demon Slayer figure, the Tanjiro. This guy is basically perfect. And here is him next to my next review, the Shadow figure. And of course, here is him next to your average $20 scam. So I know it was pretty weird that I put this figure on my top 10, but now I'm bashing it for its awful engineering, because I put it in the top 10 because it's still a decent figure, but I don't really like it now because I expected a bit more from it. After all, this is the only cheap way to get Tengen. The other is the Buzzmod, and I'm not paying $120 for a character that I'm mildly interested in. And in my opinion, it would be better if you actually really like Tengen, just wait on the SH Figuarts. This one is not worth it. If you're just a kind of a fan of Tengen, it's a pretty good figure. I might get the SHF because he's my second favorite character in Demon Slayer besides Rengoku. But this figure could have been so much better. And yeah, that's it for this review. See ya, people!